I'm going to walk you through step by step how to edit a reel from the beginning to the end. We will go over transitions, movements, LUTs, export settings, sound design, zooms, captions, cuts, presets, and much more to upgrade your workflow. All the assets will be in the link in the description, and sit back, relax, and follow along. Let's go. Let's first start off by just dragging them onto the timeline. And I shoot mine separately. You can see that my audio and my video is separately. Let's unlink this first, because in order to do it, you have to unlink this. Click on the video clip, right click, and hit unlink. That's gonna unlink this, so then this audio track is not connected to this video track. Line these up, highlight both of them, right click, hit synchronize, click this add or audio track channel 1. This is going to synchronize it. See, boom, already done for you. Put it over your timeline. Now it's perfect. Bring this up. You can delete this. In order to get rid of this space right here, I have a hotkey I use, but you can also just highlight it. So click left click, it'll bring this white up, and then just hit backspace. Boom. Most people just use the razor tool, and you can see cut like this, cut like that, get rid of these, but we're not gonna do that. Go up to the text tab, hit transcribe. There's gonna be a transcribe button right here. Just transcribe it, give it a little bit of time, and then it's gonna bring up all these. You can see that these gaps right here, this is where your speech has gaps in it, like me. And like many other people, we're not perfect, we're human beings. In order for Premiere Pro to cut it automatically for you, go up to this kind of filter. It looks like, I don't know what this is. Just go up to this icon right here, hit pauses. It's gonna highlight all your pauses. Go down to this filter and make sure that it's all the way to the left. Hit save, delete all. Perfect. Now we have them all. You can see that it already cuts it for you. All I'm gonna do is go through this entire clip and edit the parts I don't need and keep the ones I do. So let's do it. Now we have all our clips. So you can see that in these spots right here where the clips are separated, there's little pauses. Watch. We don't want that pause at all. That's gonna get rid of our viewer and our retention is gonna go down. So in order to get rid of this pause, let's drag this one to the top, drag this one to the bottom, and uncheck this snap in timeline. What that tool initially does is it snaps everything. So you can see how it snaps to my header, or it snaps to align with this clip. If we get rid of this, either click it or hit S, it's gonna get rid of that. You see how you can just drag this? Easy as that. Make sure that these are all linked first too. So let's just highlight them, right click, hit link. Do this for every single one of them. All right, now they're linked. So make sure that this is off. We're gonna just put it over slightly. Zoom in so you can see where the video audio goes down and this one starts. So right there.
This is something.
That's perfect.
This is something
It's exactly what I want. Now let's just do that to every single one of them. And if you're wondering how I can just undo everything really quick, for Windows, it's Windows button, or I think it's Alt then Z. And then for Mac users, it's Command Z. So if you mess up, like if you do this, oh no, that's bad, just hit that and it undoes it right away. Now let's just add some tracks really quick so you get rid of this like blank space and you have a lot of room to work with. Just right click, hit add tracks. It's gonna come up with the audio tracks and video tracks. Just grab this and the slider and move it right to left. Just do how many you want. Hit OK, done. Now let's add a LUT to the entire sequence. I try to add LUTs right away in color grade right away, because when you stack animations on top of each other and then put a LUT over it, sometimes even like if you're using Glow for an example, the Glow has a harder time rendering and it just doesn't look as good. It doesn't pop as well. So let's just hit this little paper kind of thing. It says new item. Click on it, hit adjustment layer, and it's just gonna pop up. Just hit OK. It doesn't matter what you're in. This, if you guys are using this, it should be this exactly. Hit OK, grab this, drag it onto the layer, grab the right side, go all the way. Make sure that your snap and timeline is on, so it snaps to the back. And then we're gonna search up a LUT. I'm just gonna use one of my LUTs. If you guys have your own LUTs, just do that, or just download some online for free. But if you want the LUTs I have, they're in the link description. I'm thinking, let's grab the text tool. This is how you make text. We're gonna do 10% body fat. Timing is everything, especially when it comes to your hook. So the general rule I use for my hook is you make sure your hook is obviously 3 seconds. So once it hits 3 seconds or a little after 3 seconds, that's when your everything in your hook should be done. Moving on to either B-roll or whatever you have to say next. So we're gonna get our 10% body fat. We're gonna click on it. Make sure you have Essential Graphics open. If you don't, just hit Windows, go up to Windows and find Essential Graphics, click it. If you guys want this layout, check out my video that's called You Will Save Years with This Layout. It explains all the plugins and the layout I use, on why I use it, etc. So definitely go check that out. But grab the Essential Graphics, let's go over here. You can use any type of font, but for me, I'm going to use one of my fonts I always use. This one, Helvetica. I like to have it bold, perfect. And then to make them all caps, just hit this button. It's gonna make them all caps. Let's increase the size. The safe zone is in the description. Same with some of these presets I'm going to be showing you guys. We're going to create every single one of the presets, so don't stress out at anything. Grab the safe zone. It's gonna be called ET safe zone. See how it brings up like that. Just go over to this opacity, hit screen, and then we're just gonna turn that down a lot. Perfect, now you have a safe zone for your videos. And let's grab this, let's move it down a hair, like right there, because I'm a little, okay, that's perfect. Now, I want some kind of grungy effect to it. It's gonna like kind of give it a little blur. Let's go up to the effects tab, just type up blur, it'll come up. I have a text preset already for it, but just type up Gaussian blur, drag that onto your layer, and let's crank this to, I'm thinking like 12. Yeah, 12, that looks good. All right, now you have that kind of look. Let's add a drop shadow effect to it to give it more of a 3D look. So just search up drop shadow. Again, I have my own, but for the sake of this video, let's just grab this. Turn the opacity all the way up. Turn on this shadow only. And if you can't really see it and you want to get rid of this, just hit this toggle eye kind of track, but it actually is helping me. So let's just upload. Duplicate your drop shadow a few times so you can kind of get just a little bit of lift. Right, that I can see that a little bit, that's fine. Okay, now let's do this animation that you saw in the beginning. Let's grab a transform effect. You're gonna use transform a lot. So search up transform, drag it onto your layer. Let's position opacity and position. Drag these all the way to the left, and I want it to end like right here, but we'll adjust it. This is kind of like just a rough draft. Just like everything, you need to start with a rough draft and then you perfect it on your final draft. So how we get this nice movement upwards is we go up to this right one, drag it a little bit upwards. So now you have keyframed a movement. 10% body. Boom, just like that. So now we want it to come in pretty fast and only reveal like right here. So what I want to do is make sure that this left one is at 0 on opacity and the right one, 10%. There, you can kind of have a little bit of reveal now. Now let's add some motion blur. Hit check, use shutter angle, and crank this baby all the way up. That's gonna give it motion blur. Let's focus on the velocity now, because that's what's gonna give it a nice, really fast kind of come in, then reveal. Go to the position, click on this caret. It's gonna bring up your velocities. Now let's highlight both of these, right click, and go to this temporal implosion and hit ease in. That's gonna give us kind of a good start. In order to get it really fast, grab this left one, bring it upwards, and this right one. Perfect, now you have that, boom. That's actually really good. I think I'm gonna keep that. 10%. I love that, perfect. So if you don't wanna do this animation all the time, like constantly keep redoing it, you can check the link down in the description. There has 73 plus presets with these and much more that I'm going to be using throughout the video and we're gonna be creating. Or if you don't wanna do that and make them all yourself, go over to the transform effect you just did, right click on it, hit save preset, name it whatever you want, and there, now you have that preset that you can just drag and drop onto your layer. Awesome. Now we have that effect. So now just watch. See, it doesn't have that effect. Grab it, boom. 10%. Perfect. All right, let's reposition that. Go in here, reposition it. 10%. Awesome, man. 10% body fat isn't. All right, now I want another text effect. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want that. Isn't hard. Let's grab this one, bring it down here, maybe. Grab that. Let's reposition this. I want it to be a lot bigger and I want it to come in kind of over it. And let's make it a different type of font just to give it, you know, a little more sauce. I really like I've been really liking this font called Roundhand, Snell Roundhand. And I like this black, and let's put it in the middle and let's redo this. Isn't hard. Ooh, let's turn off the all caps and make it this. There we go. Isn't hard. Click here, hit this align. It's gonna go in the middle. Let's add a drop shadow to it. So either grab your drop shadow you just did, or I'm gonna grab my drop shadow. And let's just keep putting it in until it, nice, there we go. I like that. Let's just resize it by going over to this. Bring it down a little bit. Well, actually, you're gonna bring it down quite a bit because we're gonna bring it down quite a bit because we're gonna add a zoom effect. Let's grab that. Okay, now I want some glow to my text. In order to create a glow, grab your VR logo. Let's make it pretty intense. Grab the glow radius, make it like right there. That's awesome. I love that. Glow brightness is gonna be harder. Glow saturation is gonna be up. I'm liking that so far. And let's go over to Essential Graphics. Scroll down, hit shadow. This is gonna give us a nice shadow. Make it black. Scroll down, grab this, increase that. Increase this all the way. I like that. Let's bring this up just a little hair so it gets over it. Perfect. Awesome. I love that. Okay, now let's do the movement for Isn't Hard. Go over to your effects, search up transform again. Transform, drag it onto your layer. We're gonna keyframe the position. Put it right there wherever you want it. We're gonna do that too. Bring this over here. And what we want it to do essentially is start from the bottom and pop upwards like that. Perfect. So now let's mess with the velocity. Crank that down, highlight both of them, right click on them, go to temporal interpolation, ease in, then grab this left one. We want it to come in fast and then come in slow. So just like this.
Isn't hard to achieve.
Nope. That's
Isn't hard to achieve.
Bring MR.
Isn't hard to achieve. Isn't hard to achieve.
And let's add some motion blur. Crank that like that.
Isn't hard to achieve. 10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all.
All right, I want it to come in just a little more, so let's crank it up even more.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all.
Perfect. That's awesome. And I kind of actually want this to come to the right more, so it has.
Isn't hard to achieve at all.
Awesome. I love that.
Isn't hard to achieve at all. Isn't hard to achieve at all.
Awesome. Now we have that. Now you guys have that one. I'm gonna make it just a little more saucier and grab my slide in, up and down, slide in, up and down. Oh, I'm gonna grab that. Just watch this.
Isn't hard to achieve at all.
That's just because the clip is so short, it has a really bad like kind of hit like that. I'm gonna delete this one.
Isn't hard to achieve.
And it looks like it's actually coming too fast. There, that's good to me. Okay, now you have your animations. Let's make it a little saucier. Add that zoom in effect. What we want to do is grab another adjustment layer that you've created. Grab another one. Drag it over all of them. Let's drag this up a little bit. And I want the zoom to come right, I want it to start right there and come right here. Let's search up transform again. Drop it onto your layer. We are going to keyframe scale. Scale is just gonna bring everything in close, that you're gonna get that nice zoom. Let's first start off with this type of zoom where it's just a slow zoom in. So let's just do right here and I want to go right here. Is that too big?
Isn't hard to achieve.
No. So let's just highlight both of them, hit ease in to get a nice zoom.
10% body fat.
No, let's use some carrots. I want it to kind of like
10% body fat.
and then let's add another keyframe so that it doesn't move. Kind of has that like stop, and then we want it to slowly keep zooming. Let's go right here. Don't worry, we're gonna redo all of these texts to make it smaller and adjust better.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all.
Perfect.
10% body fat. 10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all.
Okay, I like that. Let's add transition now. Let's go to, if you guys want all of your transitions to automatically be imported every single time, go to the link in the description and go to the Mr. Horse Premiere Composer. I'm not affiliated with them, but I just like this so much and I use it every single day when I'm editing. Definitely go check that out. Let's grab one of mine. We'll use, I really like, I think it's this one.
Yeah, let's use this one. We're gonna click on it, go to opacity, put it to screen, and then we also want this motion because it's not in the right direction. Just hit rotate. 90.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve. 10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all. At all.
Awesome. And then I want another transition. Where's my transition? I want this transition. Yep, I want that one. Rotate it.
At all, especially when you have a cheat sheet.
Awesome.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat sheet to lay out the foundations for you. This is something
All right, now let's grab my B-roll clip. Let's grab my B-roll. I go to me roll. Here's my me roll. Me footage. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all.
And let's just scale this 200 so it fits this entire thing.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat sheet to lay out the foundation
Perfect.
for you. This is something I wish
Okay, now let's do mine. This is, we're gonna stack these and kind of give it, so then one comes in and the next and the next, and then we're gonna have, at the end, we're gonna have like one that like just blocks them all.
Something I wish
This is some, whoa, thing I had. And then we're gonna do this starting out. And we're gonna bring these over here. We're gonna align, put it over here. This one right here, like that. I had, and then this one's gonna be that cursive that we've just used or whatever you've been using, black. Okay, now let's just align whatever I'm saying.
This is something for you. This is for you. This is something I wish for you. This is something I wish I had started.
And we're gonna give these all drop shadows. Just go up to your effects, search up your drop shadow, or you can just grab mine. Ooh, that looks good, I like that. And then we're gonna do that same glow effect onto the other one. Just search up your glow, VR glow.
Something I wish I had started.
And we're gonna cut all these. So if you hold shift, hit your C button for razor, hold shift, it's gonna cut every single clip. Even these bottom ones, but we don't really care. Highlight it all, delete it. Oh, I did not want to do it. Highlight all these to the right and delete them. And then we're going to come up, do that. We're gonna put it down, where was it? I wanna put it right in the middle where all those were because they're gonna be looking here. So you want to look a little bit just above it. And we're gonna make it big too. Not too big though. Just like that.
This is something I wish I had starting my fit.
Starting my, okay.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat sheet to lay out the foundation. This is something I wish, especially when you have a...
We're actually gonna cut this because I wanna do some kind of animation for a cheat sheet to make them visualize like a cheat sheet. Okay, I like that. We're gonna use a crop effect. Go to crop, we're gonna crop this picture. Go to your effects control and grab the crop. We're gonna crop this left. We only want the left and right to show just like that. Okay. I'm liking that so far. And I want this to come up and we're gonna have it do some of that. And then we're gonna also give it some 3D effect with kind of like a blur, I'd say. So let's make our animation. Either copy and paste your animation that you made for that one or like that preset you made. So let's just grab one of the presets. Slide. Let's just grab that one. I like this. I love that. We'll reduce it just a little bit. I like that a lot. Let's give it a shine effect. I'm just gonna search up on my shine effects, so we'll just
cheat sheet to lay out the foundations.
That's awesome. I'm actually gonna crank this a little bit more.
Cheat sheet to lay out the...
Okay, awesome. Now let's round these corners. Search up your roughen corners. Make sure that your roughen edges is above everything except the crop, so then it doesn't kind of like block or anything. Now I'll grab the border and we are going to increase that a little bit. It's kind of gonna give this like paper effect, which is actually pretty cool, but I don't want that. I want just some rounded corners. There we go. Just grab your border, stretch it. See how it gives you a nice little rounded corners. I'm just gonna do right there. And I want it to have a background, so let's grab another drop shadow. Grab your drop shadow, put it behind it. That's awesome. Let's get a little 3D animation. Grab your basic 3D, and we are going to keyframe the swivel and tilt. We're gonna get rid of it right there, and we're gonna have it come like left, probably upwards like that.
Cheat sheet to lay out the foundations for
Awesome, I love that. Highlight all these, right click, ease in,
cheat sheet to lay out the foundations.
like that.
Cheat sheet to cheat
Why does it do that though? Maybe we put this above all that.
sheet to
Make sure that you put the basic 3D above everything except the rough and edges, and you'll get something like that. Awesome, now let's make it a little bigger. Scale this, turn on our zone, put it down here. Scale it down a little bit. Bring it right here under our chin. Okay. Let's just do a simple zoom in. We'll do a simple zoom in. You guys can do what we did before. I'm just gonna grab one of my zooms really quick. Smooth zoom in.
cheat sheet
I want it to come out a little more.
cheat sheet to lay out the foundations for you. This is something I wish I cheat to lay out the foundations for you. This is something I wish I had. I wish.
And we're going to hit that. We're actually gonna grab an adjustment layer. So just duplicate your other one and do another zoom.
I had starting my fitness journey to have a cheat sheet to lay out the foundations for you. This is something I wish I had starting my fitness journey. I had starting my.
Okay, awesome. Now we need a transition right here, and we're gonna grab my B-roll. So you're talking about fitness journey. Go to the effects because this is bad, just rotate it 90, and that's awesome.
Starting my fitness journey. Starting my.
Awesome. Now let's grab my B-roll. Where's my me footage? Let's grab me jump roping, and then me doing some leg raises too. Highlight both of these, right click, hit unlink, and we're gonna get rid of these. Let's cut where I'm actually in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna scale this in 200. Bring it to middle. Awesome, I love that. Awesome.
Journey. Starting my fitness.
And then right where I say fitness journey,
Starting my fitness.
you want it to cut right here. I'll grab that one.
Fitness journey. Going from starting my fitness journey.
Going from, and then I'm pretty sure.
Video addict fitness journey. Going from starting my fitness journey. Going from a video addict journey. Going.
I like that.
Starting my fitness journey. Going from a.
Let's cut this right here, replace that, and we're gonna replace it just so we can have some different kind of movements. It's not constant the same way. I like, I'm going out a little bit.
Going from a video.
And then right when I say video addicts, I'm gonna grab another one of my B-rolls, or whatever one it is. Zooming in, go to the right. We're gonna cut these, bring it over here, unlink this, delete it.
My fitness journey.
Going from
A video addict to.
I love that. And we're gonna grab one more. I'm pretty sure I have one more gym clip.
Having a six-pack.
We can just reuse it. We'll reuse this just to show the six-pack. All right, now let's do this kind of like cool caption type text style that I really love. Whatever we're saying, we're just gonna do this exact same thing over here, but we're just gonna switch it up constantly. And we're gonna have like the font's gonna be bold and it's gonna be not bold, and then we're gonna have like some coming in. It's gonna look awesome.
Fitness journey. Going from a video addict journey. Fitness journey.
Fitness. So let's put the fitness like up here because you're looking obviously at my eyes. We're gonna go fit. We're gonna go to essential graphics. I'm gonna grab my. Let's do black fitness. We're gonna go fitness.
Go.
Type another fit journey. Nike. Just to get the second one, and you don't want to change it again. Just split the other one, and then we're gonna go like this and go journey. So JOURNEY journey. We're gonna stack these. Let's move this up.
Journey. Starting my fitness journey.
Let's actually no, we're not gonna do that.
My fitness journey. Going.
Let's actually just do this.
Starting my fitness journey.
We'll do journey right here. Add a drop shadow to it. Drop shadow for text.
Starting my fitness journey. My fitness journey.
Awesome.
Going from a
We'll just do going from.
Going from A.
Cut these, do that, so then the pacing is on correct.
Going from
Put it down here.
A. Video going from A.
We're gonna duplicate this one more time. We'll bring this video game. Is that the one? Yep. Let's reposition this to over. I want it to connect like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Fitness journey going from A. Video going from.
Let's actually bring this over here, bring that over there. We're gonna have this A be big, and we're gonna make it take up the entire screen. And I want this to come in the middle. Okay, let's add some drop shadow to both of them.
Going from A. Video.
Okay, position that.
Video.
Bring it over here.
Video.
Video, addict, addict.
Video addict to addict. Video addict.
Just want to grab that, hit V, grab this, reposition it right under my chin. Video, addict, and then we're gonna do 2. Just do your 2. Don't worry, we're gonna reposition and kind of redo all of these. So far it looks like this.
Going from A. Video addict.
We're gonna add a transition right here.
Video addict.
Just add transition really quick. Grab this one. Hit it, 200, screen.
Video addict to
Awesome, I love that.
from A. Video addict to video addict to
Just reposition.
video addict to having a 6-pack
Awesome.
and 10% body fat. These foundations will give you.
Let's zoom in on when I say foundation. Just again, grab your adjustment layer, wherever mine is. I think it's, I'll just make a new one. And use your zoom or create your own. I'm just gonna use one of mine. Smooth zoom in out.
10% body fat. These foundations
That's a little too soon.
and 10% body fat. These foundations and 10% body fat. These foundations will give you the same result I have achieved, but you have to commit to them and follow them to a T. Please share this with them to a T. Please share this with a friend and comment.
And we're gonna lastly do comment the word. Comment the word, I think it's fit.
Friend and comment the word ready.
Are ready. And we're gonna go to my effects, grab one of my slides, do that slide up again. Make sure you're doing the exact same stuff. Slide up and down.
Ready.
Put that in the middle, and no, we're just gonna blur the background and make the ready pop a lot more. Reposition it really quick, make it bigger, give a drop shadow over here, crank this up. Okay, I like that a lot. Grab your adjustment layer and just add a Gaussian blur to it. Where is the Gaussian blur? Here it is. Crank that baby up. Awesome.
Them to a T. Please share this with a friend and comment the word ready.
We want this ready to come in sooner, and we want this to fade in. So go to that, click on the adjustment layer, hit on opacity. We're gonna go to the right just a little bit, pick another keyframe, hit 0.
And comment the word ready for the full gap.
Let's add 2 more keyframes. Grab this, put it 0.
Ready for the full.
Move them over just a little bit.
For the full guy.
Awesome.
Body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat sheet to lay out the foundations for you. This is something I wish I had starting my fitness journey, going from a video addict to having a 6-pack and 10% body fat. These foundations will give you the same result I have achieved, but you have to commit.
Awesome. Now let's do our captions and sound design, which is, to be honest, I think it's the easiest part. Okay, let's wrap this up. Go to your text fad, hit captions, create captions from transcript. Drop this caret down. It's gonna give you all these. Make sure they're all to the left and is single. Create captions. It's gonna bring them all up. I think we're gonna highlight all of them. Go to your essential graphics tab, bring them up a little bit. I'm gonna do a simple, it has already a drop shadow. So let's go to one of mine. I'm gonna do this salon. No, not that one. I'm going to do my monster. Perfect. Bring that. Where's that? Gonna just bring it down a little bit. And now just get rid of all the ones that you don't need.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all.
So let's just highlight these.
Especially when you have
I like these. I wanted to give it more of a drop shadow.
To lay out the fountains for you. This is something for you. This is something.
Get rid of all these.
This is something I wish I had starting my.
Get rid of that too. Grab.
Going from a video addict to
Get rid of
back
on down.
to having a 6-pack and 10% body fat. These foundations will give you this,
Highlight these again and position them just a little bit lower.
but you have to commit to them and follow.
Let's
Same
reposition
goes for
these.
I, but you have to commit.
Oh, that's fine.
And follow them to a T. Please share this with a friend and comment the word ready for the whole guide.
Awesome.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat sheet to lay out the fountain.
Let's bring these and position them right in the middle. 0. Awesome. Highlight all of them. Go up to your windows, and we want to, after we highlight all of them, go up to graphics and title. We want to upgrade to these caption. Highlight all of them and grab your drop shadow again. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Awesome. We got that down. Last thing is sound design. This is my favorite part, definitely. Let's just grab all the sound effects. All these sound effects are free currently down in the link in the description. I know this is a long video and it's kind of getting boring. Stick with me. This is the best part, especially my favorite part. And like I said, 112 sound effects down, link in the description, free as for right now, but get it soon. Let me know, please let me know what you guys think about it. It's all I'm asking is for a simple review, and let's start this. Okay, let's grab my sound effects. We're just gonna add a sound effect for every single thing that happens. We're gonna start with risers and try to build emotion and provoke the viewer, and then the rest of the video, we're just going to, every single time something happens, add a sound effect. We got a camera shutter, so let's grab a camera flash. I like that one. You want your audio of you talking to be at -6 decibels. You want your sound effects to be at -12 decibels. And you want your music to be around -18 to 24 decibels. I needed that when I first started. Oh, I really did need that. Add another one, but
10%.
Awesome. Actually, no.
10%.
Just hit this little solo. It's gonna solo the track, and you can tell over here what it's going to be doing. It's too high, just drag it down. It's too low, drag it upwards. Perfect. You know that one's at -10, so this one should be at -10 too. Awesome.
10%.
You can see the guy, or it's kind of whooshing. So grab one of the whooshes. This one's good. Let's cut that, bring it over here. I think this one's good. Yep, awesome.
10% body fat. 10%.
Bring it over to the right just a little bit.
10% body fat isn't.
No, we need another whoosh. That one's good. Bring it over here. We're actually gonna bring this one down. Just matching whatever I see into some kind of sound. I think this needs to go down just a little bit. 10. Perfect.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all. Especially.
It doesn't work though. Just use some shutter. Let's go to our shutter. Where's my shutter? Right here. We're gonna add this one and another one. I like to double these because you can tell that this one is kind of short and then this one's longer. So if you start it with short and then long, it'll fit the entire clip. This one comes in here.
Especially when you have.
Awesome. And then it says when have, so let's add some taps. Add that one, that one. I think there's 3 of them. And we'll just copy this one. Let's grab all these, bring them down so we have more room.
When you have a.
Awesome. All right, now our thing pops up. So let's just add a kind of like a revealing effect. I think this paper will actually do good. Yeah, it does. I like that a lot. Let's grab a whoosh. As I zoom in, I'm gonna grab one of my long air whooshes. Where is it? Right here. That one's good. Oh, it's too long. Let's grab one of the whooshes. This one's good. That's what I'm looking for.
When you have a cheat
Awesome.
layout, especially when you have a cheat layout the foundations for you. This is something.
Let's add some taps again. I'm gonna grab this one. We're gonna add that too and bring it down a little bit too.
This is something.
And just, oh crap. That's all you do, man. This is a long tutorial. And there's another whoosh. Just grab that. It's starting. That's where it is. There.
Starting my fitness journey, going from a video addict to having a 6-pack and 10% body fat.
Is that another whoosh?
These foundations will give you the same result I have achieved, but you have to commit.
Perfect. Now let's do our risers and then we are done. To build some anticipation and whatever music you guys would like to use, you can. I'm gonna use my music that I have, but just go on the web and search up some music. These are the sound effects you guys get.
It's hard.
Awesome. I like that a lot.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat to lay out the foundations for you. This is something I wish I had
All right, so I'm not going to do every single one. So I can just go up to my audio track. We're going to highlight the audio track. So just hit solo on this one. That one's good. And I'll just grab these down. Just bring it the entire thing down. No, we're not gonna do that. We gotta do every single one separately.
This is something I wish I had.
Sounds good. Bring it down a little bit. Good. Okay. Awesome. Almost done. Just making sure that every single one is at least at negative 12 decibels. That's too low. There we go. There we go. Sounds good. Nope. Way too loud. Bring that up. Nope. Too. Awesome. Two more. One more. Let's add a music. I just use kind of the same music. I know I need to switch it up, but I just like to be known by the exact same music. And I use this one every time. It has a nice drop beat right here, so I just drop it wherever it switches. Turn this down. Make sure that it's at negative 18 to negative 24. Perfect. Just drag that to fade it off. And this is your final result.
10% body fat.
Oh, we gotta actually. I'm gonna put in one of my audio presets really quick. So make my microphone sound good.
10% body fat isn't hard to achieve at all, especially when you have a cheat sheet to lay out the foundations for you. I wish I had starting my fitness journey, going from a video addict.
I'm just raising this.
Going from a video addict to body fat. These foundations will give you the same result I have achieved, but you have to commit to them and follow them to a T. Please share this with a friend and comment the word ready for the full guide.
Awesome.
10%.
We are done. Use code 30 for 30% off, and please like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.